Today, on Once Upon a Real Life with Belle, I am joined by Sarah Marshall, a gifted medium who connects the spirit world to bring comfort, clarity, and healing to those left behind. Sarah's ability isn't random. It runs through the women in her family and is passed down to her from her grandmother. In this deeply personal and spiritual conversation, Sarah shares what it's like to walk between two worlds, what messages she receives from the beyond, and why her work is as much about love as it is about loss. Welcome, Sarah Marshall.
Thank you for having me. That is a cool introduction.
I'm so thrilled to have you on my couch
excited to be
today.
here.
I have a gazillion questions.
Sure.
Oh, well, let's start with Grandma. So tell me a little bit about Grandma.
Yeah, sure. So my grandmother, my mum's mum, she was very intuitive, very connected to spirit, and she taught me a lot of stuff from a very young age. And I think one of the coolest things about her was that nothing was ever crazy. Nothing was ever out of this world. It was always quite normal. And so if as a kid I'd have questions and stuff, she would always be able to answer them. And that's what I find really, really cool.
Was she gorgeous and kooky, or was she completely...
No, she looked like your normal gran.
Yeah.
And she was this sweet old lady, and she just had this ability to connect with the afterlife.
And she had that her whole life?
I feel like she did, but
Yeah.
only came into it really later on in life after losing someone very dear to her.
Yeah.
And I think often at times that is what actually happens, is that we lose someone and the trajectory of our life changes. And I think that's what happened for her. And she really stepped into her power and started, learning all the things that she could possibly learn. And
This was on your maternal side?
maternal.
Yes. So was your mum also? Does she have the
My mum
ability?
does. My auntie does as well, but my mum doesn't practice anything in any way. She just does it for her own self. So listens to her intuition. She has very good gut feelings.
So she doesn't shut it out?
She doesn't shut it out.
No.
She's open to it.
Yeah.
But definitely my auntie more so than my mum. And then also my paternal grandmother was very psychic, very, very psychic lady. So I have a double whammy.
Yeah, you do. It is genetic for you, both sides.
Yes.
It's in the DNA.
It's in the DNA.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me about your life growing up. Was there a moment it dawned on you that other people aren't seeing or hearing or feeling what you are?
Yeah, I think when I was a little kid, I could always see and sense spirit. So before I was born, my grandfather passed a couple of years prior. And when I was a little kid, from as young as I could remember, I could always see and hear him. So I would always talk to him as a kid. And I would tell some of the most crazy stories of things that he had told me.
To your parents?
To my parents and adults around me. And they would think, oh my God, where could she
How did she
possibly
learn that?
known
Yeah.
that? No one knows that. And I'd be like, well, yeah, he's telling me. So for me, I just thought it was normal. I didn't think there was anything abnormal to what I was experiencing. I remember really vividly when it stopped, and I would have been about 4 or 5, maybe even a little bit older. And we lived in this really long house, and I was running up the hallway because I had all these hundreds of faces following me. It was like faces that I didn't know, and I was actually really quite scared about them.
But you had seen them before?
Yeah,
so that was normal for you.
That was normal for me, but there was
chasing
heaps.
Was not
There
normal.
was heaps around me, and I was like, "Oh my goodness!" And I remember running to the toilet as a little kid, slamming the toilet door closed, and then going, "No, no, 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 no! Please leave me alone! Please leave me alone!" And that was the last time that I remember as a little kid connecting with spirit in that way. So there was a moment in time where that did begin and stop because it was too much for me.
It was too much for a little kid.
Yeah.
And I just would imagine, like in the movies, it gets around. Word gets around. This kid can see me. It can hear
like
me.
Sixth Sense.
I need you to put a message. And then they're all chasing you. So that's scary.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So it was very daunting.
Mm.
The house that we did live in was had a lot of activity. So yeah, it was definitely a place that there was no sleep.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. And so how are you? Are you audio sentient, audio, like do you see it, hear it, feel it, touch it?
I'm both.
Both.
So I can see and hear.
Yes.
I have had experiences with clients where I can smell, taste, and feel as well. So predominantly clairvoyance and clairaudience.
Yes.
And
is it like a movie scene in front of you, or is it like the floating heads again? Like what is it that you see?
For me, they use my memory as a library. So it's like watching a movie play in your mind, and I then have to interpret what that movie then means, what that looks like, and very quickly. So unpacking it really, really quite quickly and going, okay, that's what this means. Would you understand? Da, 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 da. So, yeah.
And then the audience, what about the clairaudience?
It's like a soft whisper.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear it. So they do it at the same time. So they'll be showing me something, but also trying to speak about something. So sometimes I'll have to say to them, show me or let me hear it.
Yes.
So I can't do both at the same time because it's quite challenging.
Plus you've got whoever's in front of you waiting for you to speak.
Yeah.
And then you're talking to yourself.
Like, hang on a minute. Wait, let me just unpack what they're showing me in this like big picture.
There's more than 2 people in a room, for instance. Are there more people in this room now?
Right now? Then just you and I?
Just you and I?
Yeah, absolutely connected with you.
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh, let's get to that later. Hey, guys.
Come in. Give them the green light.
Come in and we'll talk to you later. Okay, so you put it aside. When you slammed that door, they did not come through that door. They respected your boundaries at that point as a little girl.
Yep.
And then was it quiet for a few years?
Yeah, it was probably until I was about 17. And I then started to get intuitive downloads.
Yeah.
And
did you tell friends when you were growing up? You kept this very private.
Is very private.
This is Sarah's business.
Yeah, this is weird. It's not normal because I've then worked out that it's not actually normal.
Yeah.
But I always had this intuition. I always had something where I'd say to my friends, no, I know that's going to happen or this is going to happen. And they'd be like, what the hell? Like,
and it did?
Yeah.
And they'd go, Sarah said that.
Sarah said that. Like, even in terms of like playing netball and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
it's going to be 16-4.
We're going to win, guys. Don't worry. We can't come back from this. We can. We're going to. And we would and all of that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
Okay. And then what happened at 17?
So at 17, being a 17-year-old, what am I doing with my life? What does it look like?
Yeah.
And also,
had you finished high school?
Not at that stage. Yep. I turned 18 in the December when we'd finished school. So it was kind of more so, what am I doing with my life? What does it look like? And I was struggling with my mental health really bad at that time, as most teenagers do.
Oh, it's so common.
It's so common. Yeah. And I was really in a pretty dark place. And I remember standing at my chest of drawers with a mirror, and I got this huge message that seemed like this man's voice that said to me, don't fear the future, look forward to it. And I remember being like,
I have goosebumps all over my body.
Because it's such a powerful message. And I remember being like, what was that? What was that? So I pick up the phone, I call my gran, and I say, hey, so weird. And she's like, your angels are trying to speak to you because they need you to hold on to hope to get through. And I was like, okay, sure. Okay. That voice again appeared when I was 20. And me and my boyfriend at the time were on holidays in Thailand. And we were just having the time of our lives. It was, party, like having fun. And that same voice that I had heard had said to me, you're going to lose your gran this year.
This is the special Oh.
And I was like to the point it took my breath away.
So this is the audio again
This
from
is
the
the
same
audio, but
fella.
so loud to the point that I whipped around really quickly thinking,
Good timing, guy. I'm on
What?
holidays. Yes.
what?
Yeah.
And I remember saying to my now husband, oh my God, I just heard it. And he was like, oh, you're just overthinking it. Don't worry. It was just a thought.
Yeah.
But I had this knowing with it behind it. And I lived about 3.5 hours away from my gran. And because we lived rurally. And I remember that year, it was like I'd had my license, like, life was looking up,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff at uni. And I remember just going, oh, if I'm going to lose my gran this year, then I probably should try and make an effort to see her a lot more. And then
Did you tell anybody apart from your husband? Did you tell anybody?
I told my husband, I told my mum, and they
Okay.
were just like, oh,
She'll be okay.
don't worry. Like,
Yeah.
she's fine.
Wasn't ill.
Wasn't that we were aware of.
Yeah.
Nothing, but my nan was, so my paternal grandmother. And so then May rolls around and she passes. And I was thinking, oh my God, the first person I've ever lost.
Really?
Never experienced grief prior to that. And so for me, that was a whole new world of just pain and heartache. And I remember closing my eyes and I'd been crying and I'd cried myself to sleep. And it was the night before her funeral. And I remember in this dream so vividly that these beautiful orange, pinky colors were around her and she flew in so quickly and she was in this it was like a ball of
So you're in your
light.
bed crying and there's an appearance.
And there's appearance.
A beautiful appearance.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm like, it's like this dreamlike state where she goes, don't cry, stop crying, I'm okay. I'm okay, tell everyone I'm okay. And in that moment, I remember coming back to, and my gran was at the house, obviously, to attend funeral. I said to her, this is what I've experienced. And she goes, she's come to visit you. She came to visit you to let you know that she's not going, sweetheart. And I remember thinking, what? Why would she come to me?
Because you can receive.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. And now that I've really opened up to this world, it was her only way to get that message through. And
did you tell the family?
I said, Nan.
All of them.
Yeah, I was like, Nan came through and they were like, oh, all right, whatever. Like, cool. Like,
do you have siblings?
I do. I've got 2 sisters.
And have they got the gift?
They're very psychic and intuitive.
Yes.
I definitely think if they tapped into it, they absolutely 100% could. But I think they're a little bit, they're happy to see me.
Yes.
Watch me do what I've got to do. And maybe one day my influence may help them shape their lives as well.
There was a movie about that with Nicole Kidman. What was that one? Three witches.
Oh, Practical Magic. Yes, that's it. Yes. One of the best movies of all time.
So good. That could be you 3.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Okay, so then what? So now...
So Nan's passed. I've had that interaction with her. And I remember getting to later in the year in the November and thinking, oh, that voice at New Year's Eve, what was that? And I remember being like, oh, no, it was wrong. It was just my nan that just got the relationship wrong. It wasn't. And I was like, we're already through this year.
Right.
Don't worry about it.
Right.
Like, all of that kind of stuff. Anyway, couple of weeks rolled by and it turns out that my gran had actually been sick for a really long time and she hadn't told anyone, not even my mum, no one. And it was a couple of days after we got a phone call the day after my 21st birthday to say, it's not great. You need to come down and say goodbye. Oh. And a couple of days after that, my gran grew her wings and she too joined my nan in spirit. And from then, my life just changed and I could still communicate with them in a really weird way. I remember sitting really peacefully one day and I was just sitting there and I was just talking to them in my mind and I had my hands out and I said, if this is legit, if you guys can actually hear me and you can feel me and I'm not going crazy, make my hand, like touch my hands. And my hands are always cold hands, warm heart. And my hands warmed up and they started tingling. And I thought, oh, that's really weird. And then I just started to really, play with the energy, play with all of it, and just kept, doing little things every now and then. So I dipped my toe in and I wasn't still 100% into it. And then the voice appears again.
And do you think that this is one of your guides or an angel? Who do you think this is?
I believe it's my pop. I believe it's my pop. And I know that it's my pop. I shouldn't say I believe. I know it's my pop now because I've worked with, I'm like, you don't have to yell at me so much.
Yeah, calm down.
Calm down, don't scare me.
Yeah.
But I can hear him now, and it is so strong that he doesn't need to yell. He just needs to be able to shush it, and I'll feel it in a different way. Okay, sometimes I don't listen, but
not today, Pops.
Not today, Pops.
And do you have more than one around you that speaks to you, or is it just that voice?
It's just been him.
Yes.
It's been the same voice every single time.
Yeah.
And so for me, he spoke again, and it was at the time when I was driving home and I was on the phone, like just not actually on the phone, but like on the phone through Bluetooth to my husband. And I was coming home from work and he yelled at me and said, pull your seat, my pop, pull your seat back, turn your cruise control off and slow down. And I went,
did you do it?
And I did it. And within 30 seconds, I was car number 5 of an 8-car pileup, unscathed.
Goosebumps are back. So you're on the
Monash going home in Melbourne, and
he's like, slow down, seat back, and what?
Slow down, pull your seat back, pull your seat back, turn your cruise control off, and slow down. And within 30 seconds, it bang, and I remember being like, oh my God. And my husband was like, what's happening? I'm like, I've had an accident. And he's like, are you okay? And I was like, I've got to go. And I rolled kind of like out of the car, like open the door, which I didn't know at the time that you're not meant to do that.
What? Well, why?
Because you're meant to stay in your car just in case like things around you keep
going
and like keep yourself safe for a little bit until the scene's okay. I open the car door, I close it, and I turn from the car, and this car behind me had also lost control and spun out of control, and it missed me by like this much. And I remember looking to the sky, and it was the same color as what surrounded my nan.
That orangey
pinky color, but it was like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night on a Saturday night. It was raining. And I said to my sister, who also came to meet me at the accident scene.
You were protected. You were 100%
so protected. And as soon as that car missed me, because I can still see the faces of the people in the car, that's how close they were. And I looked to the sky and I said, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm okay, I'm okay. And I got to the hospital and the doctor said,
what are you doing here?
With what you've just told me, you shouldn't have, walked in here. You should have injuries, but you don't.
So was your car totaled?
Total, write-off, complete write-off.
Front and back?
Front and back.
Oh.
Yeah.
And side?
Yeah, and essentially side. Like it was everything. It was fully.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, yeah. So the power of spirit.
Yes, yes. Okay, and so now, you've got the priestess and the moon.com.
Yep.
Tell me about how do you work with your clients now? So I know, and I've seen on social media how many people just praise your work and come to you for guidance or come to you to speak to people that have crossed over and they just are getting everything they want from you. How does that work for you? Do you like it in person? Do you like it online, or it doesn't matter?
It really doesn't matter for
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
I know it's more so personal preference for the person that's having the reading.
Yes.
So for me, it works the exact same. So I've read for lots of people around the world. I have lots of international clients. So it opens that world, obviously, the magic of the internet. It opens the
Yes.
world to something so incredible that you then get to have that connection. And people go, well, how does it work? And it's more so the fact that I'm the channel.
Yes.
I'm the person. So as long as I've got an
You can
energetic
guide.
connection
Yeah,
with
yeah,
you,
yeah.
it would work over a telephone call as well. I've done readings with just via the telephone. So
And what's the craziest reading that you're allowed to tell me? So what's
Yeah.
the craziest reading that you've done that the person's just like, oh my God? Or is that every session?
There is a lot of, I do get a lot of moments like that. But it's more so the fact that for me, I like to dive into information that nobody could possibly know. And I think that's what makes me so unique
Yeah.
in this work in which I do, because I want them to tell me the stuff that everybody thinks that I Facebook or Google search and stuff, because apparently I've got so much time on my hands
that's
to
what
do all of that kind of stuff.
non-believers will say that.
Yeah,
That is-
non-believers,
and
100%.
I guess
Yeah.
we don't need the non-believers.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so
yeah.
I would think the people that come to you are open, and if they're closed, they're just going to waste their money probably.
Yeah, absolutely. I do sometimes get tested from people just booking in to test me just to see. And I do love those ones because I'm like, okay, let me show you what's going to happen here. And I think the most crazy one that I have had, it always brings me back to this amazing power of spirit. So I, a couple of years ago, ran a Mother's Day competition, and the people who entered put it in this thing to automatically generate it. And his name popped out, and I, connected with her. She sent me a message. We organized a time. And she said, I want to come and see you in person. I said, sure, no worries. And she came in and she'd been really hesitant because she'd not had great readings in the past. So she was kind of putting me already in that kettle of fish where she wasn't happy with.
I'm not 100% sure
if this is legit.
Yeah.
And it's like, no worries. And so I just started, and I straight away, I was like, I've got a really young girl here, and I know that this is your daughter. And she had lost her daughter at the age of 7. And my connection with her was so strong that she was telling me what her dog's name was, her siblings' names, her, all of this information. And she showed me something, and I said, she kept showing me her birthday, but she also kept showing me my sister. And I said, she keeps showing me my sister and a reference to the birthday. Would you understand the 1st of December? And that was her birthday as well. And so there was that connection. So when I say spirit, use your mind as a library, that's evidence of that happening.
They knew that's how to get to you. Show your sister. This is
correct. Yeah.
And from that moment on, did she just lose it?
Yeah. And so she was just like, wow. And I said to her, I can see fireworks. And I said, you lit fireworks for her on her birthday? And she goes, yeah, we did. I said, because she's showing me standing there with you watching them. And so then all of this information was coming out, and she was like, wow, thank you, thank you, thank you. And anyway, I did the wrap up and all of that kind of stuff. And we were just like genuinely chatting.
Yeah.
And she went to get up, and I stood up to her and I said, so random, but there's just one more thing. And usually I don't do this. I'm like, we're closed. Shop's
closed.
done. We're done for the day, that kind of vibe. And I said, sorry, she just keeps referencing her teddy bear. She wants me to let you know that she's okay with where you put her teddy bear. And this lady just fell back into the chair, and she said to me, oh my God. And I said, are you okay? Like, is everything fine? And she goes, I have been asking her every day since she passed for the last 3 years if she's okay with where her teddy bear is. And in that moment, I was able to give her that confirmation that she'd been searching for the whole time.
Oh my God, Sarah. And where was the teddy bear?
The teddy bear was with her mum.
Yeah.
And that's because she was toying between, I should have put it with her. I should have laid it to rest with her.
Yes.
And she was like, no, tell Mum, it's fine. I'm okay with where the teddy bear is. I'm fine. And she then went on to show me that like her mum sleeps with it every night. And she showed me all this information and she was like, yeah, I just want to feel that closeness with her again.
Your gift is absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you.
I think my whole life, I feel like my whole life perhaps has been a little bit blessed in the way that things could have happened and they could have been awful, but I feel like I've been touched with a little bit of protection my whole life.
Yeah.
I haven't seen or heard or felt anything except on my wedding day. So I was
Would that have been your dad?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it was. So I woke up in the morning and I was letting my cat out and she was underneath the house. So I went down to let her out and I never look up at the sky. That was not something that I would normally do. And I look up at the sky and it's the clearest sky you've ever seen. And there's a rainbow and a half moon all within, because there's trees everywhere. So I'm talking one little break in the trees. I can see a rainbow, a half moon, and the most glorious sky you've ever seen. And it was like 6 o'clock in the morning. And I just stood there and went, that's my dad.
100%.
That
I've just got
is
full body
just
goosebumps.
the biggest gift for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, I do feel that he protects me, but I don't hear him or see him and I remember when I was little, I used to go to a little Catholic primary school and I must have been a little weirdo after he died because I would go into the church early and I would do my little prayers to him, not to God, to him, like talking to him. And they had little rosary beads there and I would steal the rosary beads. And then at lunchtime, I would get my 2 friends, God bless them for not telling me I'm a weirdo, and we'd go into this little undercroft part of the old tuck shop in the little black box, if you can picture like 2 by 2 meters, and we'd crouch in there and then I'd be holding these rosary beads and I'd make them, wishing that he would move them. If you're here, please move these rosary beads. They didn't ever move.
No.
But bless my friends for not telling me I'm a weirdo.
Bless. You know what? And I think that's the magic in kids as well. Yeah. But he probably didn't want to scare you.
Yeah.
Because imagine if he had have, been able to come through and move them, everyone would have probably screamed and freaked out.
We would have. We would have.
Your friends wouldn't have been your friends.
No.
Like it would have been this whole situation. You're like, what's going on?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but so my whole life I wished that I would hear or see or feel something. But no.
Just ask. You just ask. You say, show me a sign and be really specific with it.
Yes.
Because that sign will absolutely appear.
I do smell him sometimes.
I was going to say the scent of him.
Yes,
Yeah.
from time to time. So it's a mix between chewing gum, cigarette, and like a nice men's deodorant.
Yeah.
Because it was the 80s.
Yeah.
And that for sure.
Yeah.
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 I smell him sometimes.
Yeah. And that's how they do. Like they'll come in and it'll be the softest of softest scent. And what I always say, if it triggers a memory that you have with them, it's them showing you that they're thinking of you.
Yeah.
And it's, reminiscing in that memory again. It's, connecting with you, even just for that slightest moment that you feel their love or presence around. It just takes that little bit. That you go,
And then also I see 11:11 all the time.
Yes. Yeah.
That's something I think that started, I can't even pinpoint how old I was. I was definitely early 20s, I think. And then, do you know what? I think it was from the minute I came out of that movie Final Destination when it was on at the cinema. And I would have been about 21. And when I came out, I think it must have been 11:11 at some point or 1:11. And then obsessively, I would just see it. But I'm not looking for it. I just glance at the clock and there it is.
Yeah.
100%. Or 1, 2, 3, 4 or 333 or
Yep,
all those
all
kind
of those
things.
kinds of numbers.
Do you see them as well, numbers?
I do, definitely.
Yeah.
And I have a funny story about that because my gran, when I was getting my license and all of that kind of stuff, she bought me this cute little angel and said, I'll always protect you in your car. And then when she passed, I had a car and I sold it and I got a new car. And on that number plate was the letters, and then the numbers were 122. And she was born on the 22nd of January. Then that car was the car that I rode off.
Oh.
Got a brand new car,
Yeah.
ordered it, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then that car arrived. The number plate,
Don't
different
say it.
again, 122.
Oh.
Yeah. So when I say, Gran, let me know you're okay, or let me know I'm going to be okay. Show me you're
Yes.
around. I'll say 122.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah. And in things that you just, it's not possible.
Yes.
Like you think someone's driving past, yes, you've got the number plate,
Yeah.
122, but it'll be on the side of a building.
Yeah.
Or I just glance up at the right time and see that it was, you know, the building number, or it's on the end of a phone number.
There
or
it is.
There it is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, thanks. I trust the signs.
And, you know, I used to work in retail, and it was Harvey Norman. And back in the day, we would make a lot of money on commission.
Mhm.
And then one of my colleagues and I, we both liked 11.11. And then one time my pay for commission was $1,111.11. I nearly died. He called me and he goes, look at this.
Wow.
I know.
And you're like, thanks, Dad.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was the top salesperson. by the
Yes.
way.
Yeah.
Back in the 2000s.
Good on ya. Yeah, that's amazing.
But yeah, I was just like, 11111. It just kept going. And I was like,
incredible.
this is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's stuff like that that happens. And people say, oh, well, you know, you see it all the time. And it's like, but if it means something to you, that's all that matters. It doesn't have to make sense to everybody. And
Yeah.
okay, 11:11, people do see that. But it's how you interpret that for yourself. And if that's how you connect with your dad, then how amazing is that?
Exactly. And there's another song. Okay, I do think of him whenever I hear the Eagles. Like if the Eagles come on the
Yes.
radio,
Yep.
I know it's him going,
Mhm.
you know, g'day.
Mhm.
But there's a song by, I wish I could remember the song's name, but it's by a band. I think you're a bit younger than me, Sarah, but it's by a band called D-Ream.
D-Ream, I haven't
Like Dream. D-Ream.
Yeah.
And it's I think it was called It's All Right. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's All Right. And every time it would come on, it happened to be when I was going through something really tough.
Yeah.
And I would just hear it on the radio, or I would hear it somewhere in the shops. And I'm always like, that is so weird. Like I'm actually struggling right now.
Yeah.
And here's that song.
Yeah.
You know?
Because it gives you, they want to reassure you.
Yeah.
It's because they actually don't go when they pass. Like you know, they'll hang out where they need to hang out until we need them, but they know when we need them.
Yes.
They know when we're sad. They know what's going on.
Yeah.
And we have to go through the difficult things because we are experiencing life.
This is what it's what we signed up for, right?
This is what we signed up for whatever reason.
Yes.
The good and the bad.
That's right.
And even when
life lessons,
all that kind of stuff. And, you know, some of the most significant things can happen to people. I'm not taking away from it in any way, shape or form, but it's giving you that hope that you go, I can get through this.
Yes.
I can't understand why right now. I don't know why I had to have that hard life lesson. I don't know why I've had to experience trauma, but I know that I'm going to be okay. I know that that's going to shift. And it's just as simple as hearing the music, because that music's a frequency.
Yeah.
So they can alter frequency. And if that means listening to a song, like It's All Right, it's okay, then that's amazing.
That's how they get through to you.
100%.
So listeners, if you have lost somebody and you, like Sarah was saying, like things happen in life and they're so hard to live with, listen for your loved ones around.
Absolutely. Yeah. Say, play this song on the radio. I want to hear it.
Say it.
Say it.
Say it out
loud. And they will do everything in their power. And I also want to
I'm going to test that.
Yeah, 100%. Let me know how you go with that.
Yeah.
I also want to test when if people do that and they haven't heard from their loved ones. So then they think that they're there's something
They're
wrong
not
or they're
around.
not around or
Mm.
they're mad, be a little bit more open
Yes.
instead of being stringent
Right.
or
Don't be
like
testing
don't
it.
be
Like,
testing it.
yes.
Just put it out there
Yeah.
and let it be. It may take a couple of days, it may take a couple of weeks,
Yeah.
but you will get it when you need it the most.
You must just love your job.
I do.
You must.
I do. Yeah, it
The
is.
incredible comfort you bring to people.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Do you get joy from it?
I get a lot of joy
Yeah.
and a lot of healing, and I was only thinking as I was coming up here this morning how wild it's been because it's my 4th year anniversary doing this professionally today. So I was having a moment reflecting, thinking, wow, if you had have said 4 years ago, I'd be sitting on your couch
Oh,
on a podcast
yeah.
episode talking about the experiences that I bring to people, I probably would have laughed at you
That's
and
so
said,
far-fetched.
yeah, whatever.
Oh, it is
You know.
unbelievable.
But instead, I'm sitting here and, the last 4 years haven't always been love and light. There's
Yeah.
been some really, really dark testing moments during those as well. But I've learned to alchemize that and then use what my life experiences are to help my clients as well. And yeah, because you always attract the clients that need whatever lessons that you've learned through.
Yeah, and perfect. Can you shake it off if it was a reading that was really distressing for you emotionally? Can you shake it off and close it after?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't hold on to it for a day or two?
No,
or
definitely
no.
not.
Mm-mm.
It's something that I really work hard on.
Protect yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to just go, I've done what I needed to do.
Yeah.
And if there is a reason or a need, then if that's what their soul needs, they'll come back.
Yep.
If it's not, then that's okay.
Yeah.
And I hope that I've provided what they needed in that moment. So yeah, it does bring a lot of joy and a lot of healing. And I feel really quite privileged that people choose me
Yes.
to be that person.
Well, your energy is unbelievable.
Oh, thank
so
you.
Your energy, like even online, but in person, is just it's a pleasure to have you
Thank
here.
you.
It is so good.
It's really nice.
Now tell me what you said earlier about who's in this room.
Oh, yes.
Can you see, feel, hear anything around me?
Okay. I definitely from the very beginning felt your dad around, and he's a very big presence. And the way in which he comes forward, he just has this very big, great beaming smile, and the pride that he has in you is the way in which he connects me here with you. He just shows me that he's so proud of you and he's so sorry he had to go so soon. And that has played on a lot of people's minds for a lot of years. But he keeps saying that there's it's like that his memory's never gone because everyone always still talks about him. He's very like a countryman. He shows me like the Kubra hat. Is that something that he like would connect with you? I don't feel like he's wearing an Akubra, but there's a connection with country and him. Does that make sense to
Well,
you?
I was born in Darwin.
Oh, okay, right.
Yes.
Because I'm like really remote. Like it feels
hot,
really, dusty,
Yes.
Dirt
Yes.
kind of. Well, there you go. Because he's like showing me that really, really strong connection around that. But he also, I'm just trying to get him
Take
to
your time.
come through.
I'll put music on.
waiting. For him, it's really like there's this real big power behind him, but he shows me that there's a photo that you have of him, and he's like trying to take me through where it's sitting, because he shows me that it's like an old photo and it's a little one, and you often talk to him while looking at that photo to say, Dad, I wonder like if you can see this or if you can hear me or, that because he shows me it's like around something quite significant, and he says that he's there and it's one of his fondest memories that he has. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, wow.
In my lounge room is a small photo of my father on the wall on his wedding day.
Oh, wow. Because it's like celebration.
Yeah.
He says like being surrounded by a celebration. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, and of course, this little one's just jumped over to
my little doggy joins us.
joins
and
us.
now that I'm crying, she just goes and sits
She's
with
like,
Sarah.
okay, I can feel spirit around here.
Oh,
So, yeah. Yeah.
that is exactly what is in my lounge room.
Wow. It's got like a gold trim.
I'm going to go get it.
Okay.
You just talk to the listeners.
Okay, I'll have a chat. There you go. Oh, he's such a beautiful man.
Beaming smile.
Very big beaming smile.
Special day.
Yes.
Gold trim.
Yeah.
That would be the colour.
Wow.
We
Beaming
talk about
smile.
him all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. He's never gone. He's never, ever gone. And that's the connection. He lives on through you, but he had to go because he had to make sure that life would get better for you guys.
Yeah.
And really, he's a very honorable man, and the way in which he comes forward, it's like a special moment that he refers to, because he keeps saying, I'm celebrated for what I did. I'm celebrated for who I am.
Yeah.
And the way in which he connects with you is so specific, and it's like even show me like the young fella, like I'm like the like the young fella. There's like is there someone like a grandkid like connected?
Yes.
Is that your?
Yeah, so my brother,
Yes.
who you met earlier,
Yep.
is his son.
Yeah.
Looks exactly like him.
Yeah.
And my son looks exactly like Uncle Liam and my dad.
Oh, right, because he's like he
Yeah.
kept showing me the young fella. Wow, there you go.
Yeah.
And he's like the identification in him. He lives through him, and that honoring that you did for him through him. So thank you for that, because there is a deep gratitude.
Oh.
He's a very powerful man, like very, very strong, very connected with you in so many ways.
Well, I think we are very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time together when I was little, and then he passed when I was 7.
Yeah.
But I've got lots of memories, lots and lots of memories of him that I just have held on to.
You just hold on to those, and it feels like such a long time, but it also feels like yesterday too. And I think that's where grief leaves that huge hole, because you've loved someone so unconditionally. And
I wrote a book for him. Well, actually, here's another connection. When I was 34, I wrote my first children's book, and then I worked out his age when he wrote a book he was 34 as well.
Wow.
So he wrote one book. I wrote 4, but my first book was the same age he was. Wow. And then my 4th book is a book for him, and it's a book about grief and loss for children.
Wow.
So I wrote the words that I wish was said to me and could understand. And that's what's in the book.
Oh my
God. It's called On the Wings of a Butterfly.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
I'll give you a copy.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to read it. 100%.
Yeah.
Wow. And see, that's the thank you for honoring me.
Oh.
Because that's that connection, because you kept his memory alive by doing what was connected with him and how he comes forward. So really, 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 really symbolic about that.
Unbelievable, Sarah. Thank you so much for today. I'm in awe of your ability. I would love to experience what you experience. And listeners, if you would like a reading, priestessandthemoon.com, or just go to social media. She's got a fantastic presence on there. And you've just sat here and said so many things that were completely 100% accurate.
Wow, thank you.
which I knew already.
Yeah.
I knew they would be.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Thank you so much. Hey, listeners, I'm just back. Little update for you on that episode. When I finished the episode with Sarah Marshall, I wish that I didn't hit the stop button because she continued to read me. If you think that my mind was blown with the reading you heard, well, she then went ahead to name my mum. She named my uncle. She named my cousin. Now, she named no names apart from those three that were 100% accurate. I was in a flood of tears. The girl has just got the gift, you know? Oh, unbelievable. And then I also wanted to add to you that I remembered the song that I was talking about. It wasn't called It's Okay or It's All Right. It was by Dream. It was in the 90s, and it was actually called Things Can Only Get Better. Things can only get better. Now, I didn't particularly like this song. Like I would never have bought the single or the CD single, but I did learn to love it simply because it had a connection for me with the universe telling me, Belle, things can only get better, you know, things are going to get better. And I hope that you can find something like that as well. So whether it's seeing numbers or whether it's a white feather on the ground or a song that comes on the radio, yeah, but if you want to have a reading, just hit Sarah Marshall up. She's one of a kind. And I'm so grateful that she came up from Melbourne to Brisbane. And yeah, what an episode. I completely 100% enjoyed meeting her in person, face to face. We did try and do our episode online when she was in Bali. She did lots of things online when she was in Bali and they were all working perfectly. But the minute we got online together, her internet just spacked out. So I think the universe was telling us, you girls need to meet. You need to be face to face to do this. So, yeah, so happy with that. And you guys take care and things can only get better, hey? Bye.